60 young women got the opportunity today to experience what it would be like if they were to join parliament. It's part of the Young Women in Leadership program, where selected participants act as area reps and debate a motion. For this first session, the motion put forward was to approve the development of temporary special measures to accelerate young women's leadership in public, political, and economic spheres 2026. After the session, we asked two of the participants about their experience and why they chose to apply to be part of the program.
I recognize the Honorable Minister of Human Development, Family Support, and Gender Affairs.
I was so excited to be a part of women who are ambitious, who are going to take up space in leadership roles, and I wanted to be a part of that as well. This is the first cohort, and so this is historical. So I am glad to say that I was a part of that. Meeting the women in leadership in Belize, they have set the pace for transformation, and it was nerve-wracking but inspiring. Janelle Chanona, I'm also Janelle, so that was truly memorable. And the next nerve-wracking part was writing our speech. We knew that this was going to be aired. We all wanted to make an impact, to speak to the women of Belize. And yes, we are representing them here, but this is going to be a program that continues, hopefully. And so I hope that they're inspired to join next year and also make an impact for the future generations.
I recognize the Honorable Member for Albert, the Leader of the Opposition.
It presented as an opportunity for women to learn leadership skills and other opportunities and to engage with other qualified individuals. And so I figured, why not take the opportunity to engage with other women that I feel are powerful, skillful, and already have the ability to lead and learn something from them. I know this is so cliche, but I learned resilience from some women that I spoke with, some that have experienced discrimination in the workplace. And as someone that has had the privilege of not experiencing that, it just brought to the reality that what my experience is should be the reality of every woman. And hearing her story and how she's pushed through in that field and that arena, and how she's not let it discourage her was encouraging for me and taught me resilience.
Both of these women come from opposing sides and explain the work that went into crafting their speeches.
My motion was in support of it. I was the mover of the motion. And so with this, I opened up the debate and I gave that way for the other ministers to then give their presentation on how this policy is going to impact their portfolios. So agriculture, health, labor, foreign trade, exports, so many topics are covered because these are all areas and spaces where women are needed for transformational changes in Belize.
I oppose the motion, not in principle, but in implementation. Personally, in my area of work, I'm particularly interested in the government making pragmatic decisions that are common sense and that they don't cost the Belizean tax dollars, a lot of money. And so in my contribution, I said that they need to do some sort of research. It doesn't have to take a long time. It doesn't have to be expensive, but they need to reach out to all the women that may be disenfranchised because they don't have access to communication and opportunities.
And Belize is the sixth country in this region to become a part of Parlamerica's program. Over the course of several weeks, they have been working with the participants as well as current women in leadership to put on this mock debate. According to the Deputy Director of Program Management, the goal is for young women to see themselves in Parliament.
The program is really designed to support and encourage young women to consider public leadership as a pathway for themselves. There is research that shows that women are much less likely to be asked to participate in Parliament and more likely to not see it as a space that is welcoming for them. So our goal with the program is really to encourage young women leaders to see this as a space where they belong, where they can bring their voices and their perspectives and all of the important things that they have to say, and really provide them with that opportunity then to experience Parliament, to meet with other young women and with women leaders from across the country and across the region to get that support, build knowledge, networks, and skills that can support them then in this journey, whichever way they seek to pursue.
And the work put into this first session paid off.
Honestly, when we walked through those doors at the end, I felt very emotional because although it is a mock session, like you said, I was wearing the weight of what the leader of the opposition had to go through to be the first leader of opposition and first female party leader in the country. That is, it shows to her strength, her resilience, her ability to fight through the most difficult battles, even when they're public. And so for me, it reminded me that sometimes if I want to engage in this journey, if I want to ever become involved in politics, I have to be reminded that to be prepared for anything and still push through, because like I said in my speech, women are able to lead, and we've always been able to lead.
What would you say to the other young women watching this, wanting to be a part of this next year?
I would definitely say, don't be afraid to step out of your comfort zone. I have been inspired. I definitely feel like I have learned so much in just these 3 days that I will carry on for life. And don't be afraid to take up space. We belong, and we need to participate to be able to represent these vulnerable women, young women that don't have the voices. And we want to open up the doors for them to have these voices in these spaces.
Very well done, everyone. Very well done.
Courtney Menzies, 7 News.